Good afternoon, Bob Dalton coming to you from Allendale's trading floor here in McHenry, Illinois. It is Monday, March 1st, 2010. Had an interesting day of trade today in the grains. We went up, tested some technical resistance in corn and wheat, and there we saw some big selling come in once those numbers were hit. Corn ended up the day down 7 1/4, 361 3/4. Wheat down 14 3/4, 504 1/2 in that May contract. Soybeans, however, managed to squeak out a winning day, a little bit higher, 1.5 higher in the May contract at 962 1/2. So was it truly just a technical trade, or did we have funds come in here and liquidate some of their long positions? Did we see spreading with the beans against corn and wheat? We'll find out on the commitment traders report here as the week goes on. But if somebody did do something, and they did a lot of it, right near, if I remember correctly, it was about 10:30, 10:45 this morning. We saw the wheat market pull back about 10 cents in 5 seconds. The corn market pulled back 4 or 5 cents in a couple of seconds. So something big did happen. We'll have to wait and see who in fact is responsible for that liquidation and what exactly the reason behind it was, whether it was a spread or if it was in fact a long liquidation. Today with the outside markets was a very interesting type of trade as well. Crude oil and the dollar were both higher right before the grain market opened. Crude right now is trading down about 99 cents. We're at 78.67 in the April contract. Dollar's up 34 1/2, 80.78 1/2 last I saw on the dollar. Why is the dollar doing this? Why was the dollar over 81 at one point today? Well, we got some news out of Great Britain that Prudential out there is going to be buying the Asian insurance arm of AIG Corporation. That is going to, of course, give AIG some additional capital to pay back the United States government. We also have the euro pulling back off of the news of Greece, coming from Greece, that is, that Germany's not just going to hand them a bunch of money and be done with it. It's going to be more of a, we're here to help you out, but we're not going to, in fact, bail you out. We will assist, but it's not going to be just a pile of money dumped on the front lawn in Athens and call that a day. So not quite going as well as reported originally with a bailout coming Greece's way, but they are going to get some assistance. And like I said, euro down, the British pound was lower today as well. So that, of course, gave some strength to the U.S. dollar, up 34 1/2 last I looked. Crude oil down 99, and the grains, of course, with the stronger dollar, should have seen some weakness. It just came in a package that was unexpected, having the drop go the way that it did all at once, and as severe as it was at the time. So we'll see what the night trade does tonight as we get the dollar and the crude to open up again in the night session, and we'll see what the relationship looks like at that time as we go into tonight's trade and, of course, into tomorrow morning. Now over to the livestock. Another interesting day in the feeder cattle. We were up significantly. The nearby contract was up 105. We had other markets that were up a significant amount as well in the more deferred contracts. That March contract closed at 102.10, up again 105. Fat cattle down just a hair. 20 points in the April at 91.72 1/2. What's going on with the livestock? When is it going to end, or when are we going to see this buying dry up? Last week we had steady cash prices. We've also had wholesale cutout prices pull back a little bit. What's driving the market? Well, the simple answer is your trading funds are in the cattle market. They're driving the prices higher, and when they're done driving the price higher, they will get out, and we'll see this market come back down to reality. That's one theory as to why we're going up as high as we are. We do know for a fact that the funds are in there, but are they wholly responsible? Well, the weather is also playing into this quite a bit as we're getting additional snow in the southwest right now. I talked to a couple of guys who have some lots out there and cattle operations in western Kansas. They're telling me that it's already a mess out there. There's about 50 pounds of mud on some of the cattle, so it's tough to get anyone to buy those heavy cattle when they're carrying around a bunch of dirt on them, accounting for some of the weight. So we'll see what exactly happens as the week goes on in the livestock markets. We have guys out in Russia right now from the U.S. talking to them about poultry exports. It looks like we may hear something as early as tomorrow about Russia coming back in and buying chicken from us. As you know, they've been withholding their purchases from the U.S. because of the amount of chlorine that we use to bathe the carcass before we ship them off, and they wanted us to lower our parts per million on the chlorine. They're out there putting a resolution together right now. If Russia in fact comes in and starts buying chicken from us again, which is anticipated that they will, that is bullish information for the hog market. Hogs today were up 15 cents in the April contract at $72.95. We'll wait and see what happens with Russia this week and just how high they want to drive those hog prices once we do start sending chicken again out to Russia. So that's it for the market wrap-up today. I do want to bring to your attention that we had our research meeting today. You subscribers will be getting that research meeting emailed out to you later on this afternoon. For those of you who want the research meeting and do not subscribe, please call in and talk to a broker. We'll get you set up with a subscription that fits your needs, and you will then be eligible to receive our research meeting every Monday afternoon. Something else I want to bring to your attention this week. We have a whole new lineup of areas and cities that we're going to be visiting throughout the Corn Belt. Tomorrow specifically at 10 o'clock in the morning, Bill Biederman is going to be out in Esterville, Iowa. Tomorrow evening at 5 p.m. he's going to be in Storm Lake, Iowa. We also have meetings on the 5th in Grand Island, Nebraska. On the 8th we'll be in Burlington, Iowa. Ames, Iowa on the 9th, followed by Lincoln, Nebraska on the evening of the 9th. As you can see, we're all over the place. Iowa, Nebraska, we're going to get we're going to be able to write our own maps for those two states here before the spring is even begun. And if you're local to some of those areas I mentioned and you want additional details, go to our website www.allendale-inc.com. Details are on the homepage. You don't have to be a subscriber to see where we're going to be and what time those meetings take place. Also, you can call in and talk with any of our brokers here. They'll be more than happy to tell you about the meetings that we have going on, and they're also going to ask you to take part in our acreage survey, our annual acreage survey. If you take part in the survey, you're only helping yourself out. We will get you the results of our survey roughly 1 week before the USDA's numbers come out, and if you take part in the survey, we're giving you the results 24 hours before we make them public. So you will have Allendale's numbers before anybody else does. Phone number here, 800-262-7538. Go ahead and call in, take part of the survey, get some of the information our brokers are handing out, or again, you can visit us on the web at www.allendale-inc.com. Thank you very much. Good luck trading this week.